Hello, dear students. So now today we would move ahead in this first chapter of class 12th chemistry, that is solid state, where we were discussing the unit cells and the space lattice, and then we have discussed the types of unit cells also. Okay. So now we are just going to solve some questions based on the number of particles per unit cell. Okay. Now if you see the number of particles per unit cell, let's say you have a lattice. Okay, and you have a cube, you have a unit cell there. Okay, it's a kind of, let's say this is the cubic unit cell. It's a kind of this, isn't it? Yes. Let's say you have the particle which is there present in the face. In the face you have a particle here, which you have the 6 faces here. So let's say in this one face here you have the particle. Okay, now but lattice is the combination of the many unit cells. Many unit cells like these are combining together and they are forming like this they are combining again, many unit cells are combining, so they are going to form a lattice, isn't it? Let's say you have a particle here, you have a particle here in this one phase. Okay, let's say you have the particle in this one phase. Okay, now when this particle, when you have joined these two unit cells, okay, the particle which was there now has been divided into two. Getting it or not? The particle which was there in this one phase would be divided into two, means would be here also and would be here also, isn't it? Like this. Okay, so means the particle which was here, its a contribution to each unit cell would be how much then? Half, isn't it? Let's say you have a particle here, isn't it? Now in the face you have the particle here. Are you getting? Yes, yes, yes. Let's say you have a particle here in this one phase. Okay, now as we are knowing, different unit cells are combining together, they are forming a space lattice like this. So the particle which was here earlier, now by combining this unit cell, the particle has been divided into two, means this one phase also, this one phase also. So the contribution of this particle to each unit cell would be how much? Half here, isn't it? Getting it or not? So in this one case, when the particle is there in the phase, when the particle is there in the phase, then you can say the contribution in per unit cell, the contribution of the particle in per unit cell would be how much? Half. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Now let's say you have the particle at the edges. Now let's say in this one edge, this is the edge. Let's say you have the particle at the edge. Okay, now as you are knowing, let's say you have the particle at this one edge now. Okay, now as you are knowing, many unit cells are combining together to form a space lattice. Now this one also would combine here. Now the particle which was here has been divided into two, now if you see, I would put one more unit cell over it, isn't it? I would put one more unit cell over it. Then this particle which was there in this edge has been divided into 1, 2 and 3. Let's say let me put one more unit cell over here, over this. Now the particle which was there in this one edge has been divided into 4, here, up one to this and up one to this, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes. So we can say the particle at the edges, the particles which are there at the edges, the contribution of these particles to per unit cell would be how much? 1/4. Means the particle which was here, its a contribution to this unit cell would be 1/4. 1/4 here, 1/4 in this one cell, in 1/4 in this one cell. Okay, so the particles which are there at the edges, their contribution to each unit cell would be how much? 1/4. Similarly, if you have the particles at the corner like this, so if you have the particles at the corner, then the particles which are there at the corner, their contribution, because many unit cells are combining, unit cell would be here also, and up one also, isn't it? So the particle which was there at this one corner would be divided into 8. The particle which was there at the corner would be divided into 8. So hence we can say that the contribution of the particle which are there at the corner to each unit cell would be how much? 1/8, isn't it? Isn't it? So similarly, let's say the particle is there in the body center. Body center means inside this, outside not inside. Body center would be inside. This is the unit cell. So inside of this, somewhere at the middle, there would be the body center. So if the particle is there at the body center, so the particle would remain there, because it cannot contribute to any other cell, any another. Suppose you are joining one unit cell here, So the body center is inside. It is not going to contribute its particle to another unit cell, isn't it? So if the particle is there at the, you can say, if the particle is there at the body center, okay, so it would be contributing whole towards the unit cell, okay. So the contribution of the particle which are there at the body center is 1, isn't it? Now let's say if the particle are present in the body diagonal means the line joining this and this, means inside would it go from here. You just draw a line inside and it is coming out from here. So the line which are joining these two corners would be the body diagonal. So if the particle which are there in the body diagonal, so their contribution would also be 1, because the particle which are there in the body diagonal would not contribute to any other cell, isn't it? So the particles which are there in the body diagonal, their contribution would also be 1 to each unit cell, isn't it? So that is what we have to understand first to solve the question related to how to find the number of particles there, okay. So let me write this all. So this is what you have to write here. So first one is, if particle is present in the face just I have shown to you also. If the particle is present in the face, so one more unit cell would be joining from here, so its contribution to each unit cell would be half, okay. So similarly, if the particle is present at the edge, so one unit cell would join from here, one unit cell would join from upside, and one unit cell would join from this one side. So similarly, if the particle is here, so its contribution to each unit cell would be how much? 1/4. Similarly, if the particle is at the corner, then its contribution to each unit cell which are joining to him would be how much? Which are joining to it would be how much? 1/8. Similarly, if the particle is at the body center, means inside, so its contribution would be 1, because it is not going to contribute the particle which was there inside to any other unit cell, isn't it? Similarly, the particle is there in the body diagonal which is again inside, so again the contribution of that one particle to each unit cell would be again 1, isn't it? So that you note down. On the basis of this, after that we are going to solve some questions, okay. Just note it down. So the next thing we are going to discuss is the rank of the cell. Rank of the cell means the number, and it is represented by Z. So what is this rank of cell? Means the number of particles present in a unit cell is known as rank of cell. Means how many particles are there in a single unit cell, that you would be calling the rank of that one cell, isn't it? Are you getting this? So it is represented by Z, okay. Now let's say you have to find out, let me give you a question here. How many, write down, how many particles are present in a simple means primitive unit cell, or you can say the simple unit cell, okay. So if you are to find out the number of particles in a simple unit cell, so how would you find it? As you are knowing, in a simple unit cell the particles are present at the corner, isn't it? The particles are present at the corner because it's a simple unit cell, so particles are present at the corner. Right here, in a simple unit cell, so particles are present at the corner. And how many corners are there? 8 corners are there. As you are knowing, how many corners are there? Total 8 corner. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 corners are there. Now we have already discussed each corner is contributing how many particles? 1/8 particle. That we have already discussed just now. Your each corner, suppose you have the particle here, so the particle which is there at the corner is contributing 1/8 to this one cell, 1/8 to other, 1/8 to means similarly 8 cells are joining with this one corner. So that is why the particle which was there at this one corner would be contributing 1/8 to this one cell, 1/8 to some other, many 8 cells are there, okay. So if the particles are at corner, so they are contributing 1/8, but you have 8 corners, so it implies you would multiply this by 1/8. So simply how many particles are there then? 1 particle. Only 1 particle will be there at the, in case of a simple unit cell, and this we call also as the rank of the cell, okay. So if you have the simple unit cell, so what would be the rank of that one simple unit cell? So that the rank of that one simple unit cell would be 1, isn't it? Okay, just note it down. So that is all for today. We'll be discussing some more questions on the basis of this rank of the cell. Regarding this rank of the cell, some more questions we will be discussing in the upcoming lectures. Till then, stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you. Have a good day.